right now, family and friends are gathering to hold a moment of silence for the unarmed 17-year-old shot and killed by an Austin police officer. A memorial is also growing in the spot where David Joseph was killed.
Police say he was naked and charged police officer Geoffrey Freeman on Monday morning. Freeman shot Joseph after investigating calls of a man fitting his description chasing someone who was acting erratically. KXAN's Sophia Beausoleil is joining us live from that memorial site for Joseph that's about to get underway.
Hi, good evening. So family and friends told us that they wanted to pay their final respects to David Joseph here at the area where he was shot. And we spoke to one friend who said she spent the day getting ready for tonight.
He just became one of my brothers, one of my best friends.
Robin Oswald spent the day.
He was just such an optimistic person.
Looking back at pictures and picking out her favorite ones to honor her neighbor and childhood friend, David Joseph.
We would always put the peace sign over our faces. Almost every single picture we have, that's what we did.
Pflugerville ISD says he was a student at Connolly High School until May 2015. Friends believe he was enrolled in a charter school for his senior year. People who knew David described him as a smart, ambitious, athletic, and peaceful person, which is why they're having a tough time understanding what happened Monday morning.
When I first heard it, I was like, there's no way. That has to be somebody else. That's not David. It's not his character to act like that.
Police say the 17-year-old was nude and acting aggressively when he charged an officer in a neighborhood. APD later revealed David did not have a weapon on him.
Out of this, I just want justice for David because I know that he didn't deserve that.
A memorial surrounded by candles, pictures, and a football now sits where the shooting happened, a place where David's friends and family now come to remember a life gone too soon. Attorney sent out a statement saying that they are devastated and that they want a full and fair investigation as to why their son and brother was killed Monday morning. But again, you all can take a look behind me and see the memorial that's going on. Friends are taking a moment to have a moment of silence and say a prayer in honor of David Joseph. Reporting live from Northeast Austin, Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.
We're learning more about the officer who shot Joseph. Geoffrey Freeman is a 10-year veteran of the Austin Police Department. This is a picture the Hutto News took of Freeman just this past October. Before APD, the Austin Police Association tells us Freeman worked with the Austin Library System and served in the military in Iraq. The association tells us he's a graduate of Crockett High School and has not had any major issues during his tenure with the police department.
But from everything I've heard from people that went to high school with him, the vice president of our police association went to high school with him and played football at Crockett. And everything I've heard is he's just a fantastic person.
Well, plenty of people have asked why the officer in this case did not use less lethal force like a taser. We looked into APD's taser guidelines and found officers can use one in any of the following circumstances. Here they are: to stop someone fleeing an arrest, if the suspect is violent or physically resisting arrest, if the officer believes it is unsafe to approach the suspect, or if the suspect could potentially harm others. And according to the guidelines, officers should try to avoid using the taser on pregnant women, the elderly, obvious juveniles, and people already in handcuffs. There's also a special section advising against using a taser on someone who is in a state of what's called excited delirium. Symptoms can include nudity, profuse sweating, and irrational behavior. The concern is that a stun gun might not stop a person in that state from harming the officer or others, or it could cause a medical emergency.